Hey everyone, welcome into our latest Cannabis in 5 presented by Dutchie. I am your host, Shad Dales, and wow, what a week it's been so far. Earlier this week, we finally got the top headline story we've been waiting for in a long time in this industry, some timelines about the rescheduling of cannabis. At a press conference, President Trump was asked about rescheduling, and he said, quote, "We're looking at reclassification and we'll be making a decision over the next few weeks," end quote. So that's the clearest indication yet that federal cannabis policy may soon be shifting. So what happens next? Well, let's get into it. So let's look back at this briefing. During the briefing, Trump emphasized that cannabis rescheduling is a very complicated subject and acknowledged both positive views about medical use and criticism around abuse, especially concerning children. He framed the issue cautiously, but opened the door for policy change in the coming weeks. Yes, the coming weeks, so we should get an answer soon. So if that indeed happens, and if cannabis is reclassified from Schedule 1 to a lesser restrictive category like Schedule 3, the implications would be immediate and profound. We'd be looking at reduced criminal penalties for users and providers, clearer federal pathways for medical research and FDA oversight, major tax relief, specifically the lifting of Section 280E, which currently denies cannabis businesses routine deductions. So this isn't just policy change, it could reshape the industry practically overnight. And it's about time. When we look at the rescheduling process so far, it actually began under the Biden administration. In 2023, as I said before, the HHS recommended moving cannabis to Schedule 3. But as we know, the process has been stalled, paused by a DEA administrative judge, and now is stuck. But Trump's confirmed DEA nominee Terrance Cole, who had suggested rescheduling would be a priority, is in a position to act. But he's not publicly committed to it yet. The pathway is open, and Trump's comments suggest movement, but uncertainty remains clear. And with all that, cannabis executives aren't sitting idle. At a recent $1 million a plate fundraiser, industry leaders, including Trulieve's CEO, lobbied Trump for reform. His aides say they're weighing everything carefully. And amid all this, activist Weldon Angelos, a Trump pardon recipient who helped influence cannabis policies in past Republican administrations, reminded industry watchers, if he says something, he does it. That's the sentiment floating around the space right now. And that's why many people feel change is on the horizon. But let's be clear, under the Biden administration, rescheduling stalled. But now you have President Trump saying we're looking at it, and a decision may come soon. It's a big pivotal moment, but legal hurdles will remain, including administrative rulemaking and potential opposition on safety grounds. But as I said before, it won't delay the process. So let's be honest here. This is a shift from gridlock towards decision, but let's be honest with ourselves. This is still early. So with that, here are the developments to monitor in the coming weeks. One would be an official announcement or an executive order. Check for language, timing, and next steps. Two would be DEA communications from Terrance Cole. Will he follow Trump's framework or forge a different path? Three, industry reactions from patient groups to major MSOs and trade associations. Four, keep your eye on congressional responses. Guardians of reform like States Banking or States Act may gain traction if rescheduling happens. And five, media and polling. Rescheduling is broadly popular and public sentiment could matter. Those are 5 key things to monitor over the next couple of weeks. So to sum up everything based on President Trump's statement from earlier this week, where he said we're looking at reclassification and we'll be making a decision over the next few weeks, that signals a possible turning point. If rescheduling happens, and I mean if at this point, the industry is going to respond immediately. From research to tax relief to really the sentiment around the entire space. People are going to start to view this whole industry differently overnight. That's what we're at right now. But again, we still don't know, but at least we do know a decision is coming in the next few weeks, and that's a good thing. And clearly here at TDR, we're going to be monitoring this every single day to find out when this news actually comes out. So make sure you stay connected. Make sure to smash on that bell for all notifications. Leave some comments below. What do you think President Trump's decision is going to be in the next couple of weeks? Are you for rescheduling? If so, big changes on the horizon for this industry that are badly needed. This is something the whole industry has been waiting for a very, very long time. That's it for today, and like I always say, stay open-minded, stay connected, and I'll see you next time at our latest TDR Cannabis in 5. I'm your host, Shad Dales. So long, everyone.